Hello friends, welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making chicken nuggets inspired by KFC. So everything you see on my counter is what we're going to use to make these chicken nuggets. However, we're going to go for a healthier alternative because these are either going to be, by your choice, made in an air fryer or in a conventional oven. So we're going to take our 3 chicken breasts and we're going to cut off all the fat that's on them. We don't want any of the fat. One tip about cutting these and getting your nuggets to come out easier is if your chicken was frozen to begin with, which mine was, put it to let it thaw in like your refrigerator on your counter for a while to where it gets a little bit softer and easier to deal with, but still kind of crunchy, and you can actually slice these a lot better. And as you can see, I'm slicing at an angle here to make something that looks kind of like an oval, and that's what you want to do these. And it's so much easier when they're kind of partially still frozen. And you're going to do this with all 3 chicken breasts that you have. My chicken breasts were kind of like medium to smaller size, and that works so much better because the chicken piece is cut up better as far as nuggets are concerned. So go ahead and cut up all of these, get rid of all the fat, make sure you trim off everything, and then just cut them up, and we're going to get ready to mix these into the next part. So in a large bowl, we have 3/4 of a cup of flour, which we add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. To that, we're adding 1 teaspoon of white pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of adobo seasoning, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of paprika, and then 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Once you get this all in here, we're going to whisk this a little bit just to get it mixed up, so that way all the ingredients, the seasonings are all mixing with the flour and the baking powder and everything to get it all mixed through, so not too much of one thing is stuck in one place. Then in our bowl that we put our chicken that we cut up in, we're going to add 1 large egg, and we're going to break this up a bit before we put it in there, kind of blend it around a little bit in your bowl, then pour it on top, and then we're going to mix this through the chicken. So this will help the breading, the coating on the outside stick as you're adding it too. So just keep stirring this up till all the chicken is coated with the egg. Now once we get this all done, we're going to place the chicken into the powder we already mixed up, and then we're going to coat it. So gently put it into the bowl, and as you'll notice, yes, it will make a little bit of a mess if you put it in too quickly, and yeah, I did. And then go ahead and add all your chicken to it, and then we're going to mix this up once it's in there to make sure that they're all coated, they're all breaded, and that there's an even coating of the flour mixture all over the chicken. Doesn't have to be really thick, just enough to coat it to where you see that the majority of the chicken nugget is coated. Once we get this mixed, you're going to need a pan that you're going to cook this on, whether it's going to be your air fryer or your oven. And we're going to coat it with a layer of aluminum foil and spray it with some nonstick cooking spray before we even put the nuggets on it. So go ahead and make sure you're completely coated, and we will get to the next step. Now, if you're using an air fryer, you are going to put these in for 15 minutes at around 400 degrees. If it's a conventional oven, you want to preheat it at 380, and it's going to take about 21 minutes to cook these. So when you have your pan ready and you've already put your cooking spray and your foil on it, you're going to add these in and a layer to where they're not overlapping each other and they're not piled on. You just kind of want to give them their own room to do their own thing. Now, like I'm using a pan for my air fryer. I'm going to have to do 2 runs of this to get these done. If you're doing a conventional oven, you can just use a large pan and just put them all in at once. And once they're in on top here, everything needs a little bit of room between it. You're going to actually spray the tops of the chicken with a little bit more of the nonstick cooking spray, just to give them a little bit of an oil on top to cook once they're heated up. It's going to help you get rid of the layer of flour a little bit, so there aren't going to be like dry patches all over the place, and it's not going to be loaded with all kinds of dry flour that when you look at it, you're like, wow, this didn't look like it cooked well or whatever. So Once you get them all onto your pan, you are going to want to spray the tops. And get a good even spray of the nonstick cooking spray on top of it, because if anything, this is just going to help them cook, but it's also going to give them a little bit of a crispiness on the outside as well when they cook. And then you're going to put them in the air fryer or the oven, like I said, for your cooking times. And then you have chicken nuggets. And when they come back, they look something like these. And they have a great taste, and this is something really great if you just want a quick lunch or a quick meal. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you get a chance, check out my cookbooks, which are available in bookstores online worldwide. The first book is all about everyday cooking. The second is all about baking. Have a great day.